Hey there, Notary family. It's Jamil McClendon from JM Notary Services. Today, I wanted to leave a video in regards to the type of person that, in my opinion, you have to be a loan signing agent, or just to be a notary public in general. I had a signing yesterday. I left a video a couple of days back in regards to a day in the life of a notary signing agent. And the reason why I left that video is because the creator, Mark Wills, over the loan signing system, his video, a day in the life of a notary signing agent or loan signing agent, was really pivotal for me. It really resonated with me, and I didn't know at the time that notaries could do this. I had a notary commission through my job. I've never did one notary signing at my job until I started to become a loan signing agent. And there's so many aspects to becoming, there's so many aspects of this, doing this as a career. And one of them I wanted to touch on was the type of person that you need to be, or have the type of characteristics that you should embody to become a loan signing agent. And I'll just piggyback on a signing that I did last night. I was at a medical center, hospital. You'll see a lot of notaries. Notaries are needed in hospitals. They're needed in real estate offices. They're needed in attorney offices. They're needed in educational, financial institutions. Just about anywhere a notary is going to be needed. When I think of that, what comes to mind is that at some point in your life, you're going to need a notary. To me, notary kind of falls into the whole cliche of death and taxes. Like you're going to need a notary at some point in your life. And I've used a notary several times before I even became a notary. So with that stated, I had a signing last night, and it was at a medical center. And when I read the signing, I saw that I took the signing. I knew that I was going to be at a medical facility. I knew it was a stepson and a stepmother. And then after I accepted the signing, I got an email personally from the signing service stipulating that this woman in this particular signing was undergoing treatment at the center. So it was a cancer hospital. And so that kind of made me, I was like, okay, let me put on another hat. Because I shared my personal story in another video that my mom passed away of colon cancer back in 2016, and it really made me evaluate my life and the kind of life that I wanted. And with me, it's always quality over quantity. I want a quality life, and with that is time, because we cannot purchase time. All right. So last night I went into the hospital, and the stepson met me outside. I went ahead and valet parked my car. It was about $15, but I went ahead and did it because I didn't want to walk 3 blocks away to the nearest parking, which was going to be at night. So I went ahead and paid it. And generally, if I have to pay for parking or something, I will let the signing service know, like, I had to pay an extra $15 because the parking wasn't, because that's an added expense coming out of your pocket. And I put that on hold until the end of the signing, whether or not I wanted to email them that information. And again, you guys, this is based on my own experiences, okay? So the stepson met me outside. It took about a half an hour to check me in. I had to go into the hospital. I had my mask on, but I had to put on another mask, and I had to get, of course, screened. They checked my temperature. I had to get a little sticky badge with my name on it, and that took a little while. So it kind of cut into the signing time, because right after I had a signing at 7:30, between 7:30 and 7:45, which was about maybe a 30 to 40 minute drive away. So, but I made sure that I let the other signer know, the 7:30 signer, what was going on, so that she can stay abreast with my schedule and my ETA. We ended up going upstairs. We couldn't go into the room, and when I went into the hospital, You know, I have the idea of that she was just getting chemo. Like, I'm thinking, you know, I don't know what was kind of going through my head at the time, but, you know, I was thinking, okay, you know, she's just here for chemo. You know, a lot of people, they come in, you kind of like, you know, you see people getting dialysis, they sit in these chairs, you know, people are going through chemo. So I'm thinking we're going to sign in some place like that. And that's the thing, you just don't know where you're going to sign. Initially, the stepson said we were going to sign outside, but, you know, that didn't happen. So we couldn't sign in her room. So when she came out, this woman was clearly on her last couple of weeks. I can tell. I know the signs. I seen it through my mother. She was very weak. She had a turban on. She was 2 years younger than myself. And right then, the type of person that I am, I go into compassion, altruistic mode right away. You want to be able to treat others how you want to be treated. And that's the thing about this industry. You know, we see, and I will reiterate this, we see, you know, the videos of people going out and getting signings and going, and there's refinances, there's families, there's dogs, there's cats, there's animals, there's everybody talking about their experience. But I like to kind of piggyback on experiences, meaning I kind of want to tell a lot of truths that's out there in regards to when you're doing these signings and you're meeting different people and you're meeting different families. I've met signers who were agitated. I've met signers who were irate, not at me though, at the lender for numbers, for various reasons. But it's very important to keep your professionalism and to stay altruistic in the signings. Okay, I'm really tight about that. So she was standing up, and clearly she was very weak, and I said, do we have a chair or something? You know, she needs to sit down. And so, you know, you kind of have to compartmentalize yourself when you're in these signings in front of, you know, various people. You know, I had another signing weeks back where there was a young couple, and the husband was confined to a wheelchair for the rest of his life. He was very young, but he was very immobile, like he could only sign with an X. You have to have patience. You can't be in a hurry. If you have another signing that's behind a signing like this, just stay abreast. Keep the other signer up to date. You only can do what you can do. All right? You only can do what you can do. So with that stated, you know, there was, you know, documentation within this signing. I believe the son was going to take over the property. Clearly she wasn't doing well. You can tell that she was going to pass. And, you know, that kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit, the type of person I am. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and it really opened me up to the importance of gratitude, the importance of the little things that count in this life, the importance of time. Okay, and that it all kind of ties in with why I chose to become a loan signing agent. You get to make your own hours. You get to plan your day as you want. You're not answering to anybody but yourself. And you get to meet various types of people from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. And you are going to witness certain things that are not the norm. And this was not the norm for me. So, you know, I had to keep my separation from her. And we actually did this in the hallway of the hospital. There was like a little makeshift table where you change babies, but it was kind of flat, so we were able to sign there. It was near a sink. We put a chair there. We were literally in the hallway next to like a door to like a custodial room. So you're signing in different places that are not the norm sometimes. It's just how it is. And my very first video on this channel, you'll see that I had my experience with the power of attorney, and there was an elderly woman. She was clearly she was probably in her 90s. I'm sure of it. And she was on her last couple of weeks as well, and she could barely talk. So there will be some times where you are, you know, with people who are terminally ill, who are on their last few weeks or last few days. You know, notaries get out to the hospitals. You're notarizing documents whether the person wants to resuscitate or not. You're notarizing documents, power of attorney in the hospitals. A lot of paperwork goes down in hospitals with people who are terminally ill. You know, so keep that in mind. You have to have the type of characteristics where you can be able to handle various types of situations and handle various types of characters and personalities. You know, you can't take anything personal. But at the same time, you have to have compassion because everybody has a story. I actually, on my website, if you go to my website, www.jmnotaryla.com, there's a portion of my website where I have, it's called the DISC test, or like the DISC evaluation. And I say, think Myers-Briggs. Okay, look it up. You can Google it. What this test is, the DISC test, is generally used by a lot of employers. So at the time when I was working for the city of Santa Monica, we went on a 2-day retreat just to get to know each other and know the different personalities in the department. And it's a great way to see what type of employees that you have and how their characteristics can be of use for the overall betterment of the department, so to speak. Okay, so to get a more of a flow to the department. All right, I took the test, and you have to be very honest. I remember at the time, my supervisor at the time said, you know, be very honest. You're not going to get penalized or let go because you're answering honestly, because we don't know we won't see the answers to the questions that are being asked in this test. And it's pretty pricey. I think it's about $200 to $300 per person. So we had to be very honest. We were very honest in how we were feeling at that moment, at that time. And your results will come back a couple of days later. And in the retreat, a person who is a representative of DISC, they get to know you, you know, that you go on the 2-day retreat, you get to kind of know each other. You know, a lot of jobs are starting to do that nowadays so they can understand their employees better. So my characteristics, and just to let you know, there are 4 different categories. You'll see it on my website. I don't have it off the top of my head right now. It falls under 2 main categories. So I have a supportive characteristic and I have a conscientious characteristic. I'm not surprised at those whatsoever. Conscientious, you know, I mean, you know, you're very kind of analytical in your work. You have an attention to detail. There are other aspects of your personality. And also, I have a supportive characteristic where I like to support, I like to help people. It gives me joy to help others. So that is where my characteristics fall in line according to this DISC test. And I put it on my website so people can get an understanding of who's coming to their home. So people can get an understanding of what type of person, what type of notary that you're hiring. Like if an escrow office or a title company wants to look at my website, yes, this is a legitimate legal test that, you know, quite a bit of employers go by. All right. So hopefully somebody got something out of that today. I really wanted to leave this video because, you know, other than, you know, being an entrepreneur and making money for yourself, you have to embody certain types of characteristics. And frankly, you need to be a people's person. If you're not a people's person, then this is probably not going to be the industry for you. I've gone in several different types of homes, all the way from people who have homes that are 1 bedroom, 1 bath, a house, or a 2 bedroom, 2 bath house in a lower income area, all the way up to multi-millionaire areas. I've done both. Okay, so I've dealt with all type of people from different backgrounds, different financial statuses. So you have to be able to hold your own with all kinds of people. All right, so I just want to kind of put that out there. And in the state of California, we are known as a serious real estate state. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of my signings have been in multi-million-dollar homes. And, you know, people want to know who are coming into their home. You know, they want to know. And also, I'm sorry, guys, I'm on a main vein here. I just got finished dropping some documents off at FedEx. So that's why I'm just taking a break and just want to leave this video. When you're going to someone's home, you know, that's their private area. That is who they are. You're going to someone's abode. You're going to where someone, lays their head every night, where they make big decisions in their life. You're going into someone's private space, and you need to show respect. You need to show compassion. You need to show, you'll hear me use the word altruistic a lot, because that is one word that I just really love to, or try as my best to embody. You have to be that way. Okay, you have to treat everybody the same. Everybody. All right. So again, hopefully you got something out of that. And I just want to say, you guys get out there, make it a good one, be compassionate, have the same attitude with everyone, treat others how you want to be treated. All right. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.